All right, I'm here now. Brandon Ortega here with John Aviles of Cal Poly Pomona.
How's it going?
I'm just going good, man. I mean,
good to be here, man.
How do you feel, man? Let's just talk about how we're feeling right now. Let's not get to the pictures yet. How are you feeling right now today at College Media Night?
Beautiful day.
Beautiful
nice
weather.
And sunny. It's shades. Oh, it's beautiful. I can't say anything else.
All right, so enough about the weather. Let's get down to business. I wanted to talk about pitching right now. We just spoke with Clayton Kershaw about an hour ago or so, I'd say.
Yeah, we did.
And he'll be starting today. So talk about what Clayton Kershaw needs to do today, John, to have an effective start in this exhibition game against the Brewers.
Against a right-handed heavy lineup from the Brewers, he needs to establish dominance on the outside side of the plate with his fastball, hopefully get the curveball over for some strikes, and if he does that, he should have a pretty smooth day.
Now today, Clayton Kershaw's opponent on the mound will be Dave Bush of the Brewers. Talk about Dave Bush for a little bit, John.
Dave Bush, pretty much a journeyman. He's been here for 3 years with the Brewers, so he's looking pretty good. Mid-core fastball, it's not that great, but if he gets it over for strikes, he could get some ground balls and hopefully some success for the Brewers today.
Now, John is an avid Dodger fan, so I'm going to test him out a little bit right now. We got some guys on the bubble to make the roster. What guys are you looking to push forth, over the bubble today in tonight's exhibition game for the Dodgers?
I'm thinking Doug Minkiewicz. He might start at first today. He's going to be utility role, play some third, play some first, hopefully if he makes the 25-man roster. And I'm also thinking Juan Castro. He can play pretty much any position you want him to.
Yes.
He's pretty quick as well around the bases. Doesn't quite hit as well as you would like, but he does do a good job on the bases and defensively. So I'm thinking him and Minkiewicz might make the roster over Hu and DeWitt.
Minkiewicz is a widely veteran. I got to get that word out. Played on the Red Sox, the Royals, a bunch of teams throughout his years. Great defensive player. Talk about his defensive presence on the team that he could have this year.
He's Gold Glove caliber if he gets to start, but unfortunately on this team he's got Loney in front of him.
James Loney.
Yeah, James Loney. Swing the stick very well. And that's pretty much it. Like, he cannot, he won't be starting, so if he started, he'd be Gold Glove, but he's not, so unfortunately for Doug, he gets to sit on the bench.
Once again, we're here live right now at Dodger Stadium. Let's talk about Blake DeWitt for a little bit, number 33. Infielder for the Dodgers. Joe Torre talked a little bit earlier about Blake DeWitt and how he's kind of in a tough position now after the Dodgers signed Orlando Hudson. He kind of took that spot at second base that DeWitt was kind of primed to start at second base for the Dodgers. Talk about DeWitt's spring training that he's had so far.
He actually hit around 425 this spring training and did really well, but unfortunately midway through they signed Hudson to a one-year contract, so we're thinking maybe DeWitt comes in next year and starts. But he did start in the postseason, and he did do quite a good job. So he has proven himself. But unfortunately, you got an all-star caliber second baseman there with Hudson. So it's just bad timing for DeWitt.
Yeah, well, as you said, Hudson taking over for DeWitt. But depth at that position is not going to be a bad thing to have during the postseason. How do you think this depth that the Dodgers have in the infield and in the offense in general could have this postseason in 2009?
Definitely. Depth is going to be a big key for this team as they're going for another NL West title. Hopefully, DeWitt makes the team. I hope. I'm a big DeWitt fan, if you know. But hopefully he makes the team, but he might go to AAA. Torrey was, as we talked to him earlier, he was thinking about sending him down to AAA, get some at-bats, Last year, the year before last year, he was a AA third baseman, and he didn't look like he had any future with the team. And then all of a sudden, who was it? Angel Roche gets hurt, and who got hurt, and Tony Abreu got hurt. So it just could happen like that. Casey Blake could get hurt, and DeWitt could come up again, kind of like he did last year, and help out the team.
Knock on wood, by the way, for Blake and Hudson or anyone else that DeWitt is behind right now. Now, once again, we're live here from Dodger Stadium on College Media Night here with John Aviles. Said that right?
Aviles, yes.
Had to practice that a few times, but I got it now. John Aviles, Cal Poly Pomona, here with me, Brandon Ortega from Cal State LA. So let's go one last point before we send it off and maybe do some other stuff around this beautiful stadium here at Dodger Stadium. 2009. Right now, the Dodgers are the front runner, at the least for the National League West.
They're looking
maybe even the whole National League going into the World Series this year. Who do you think in the National League West could be the biggest competition for the Dodgers in 2009?
Dreaded Giants. Giants looked out.
The pitching is looking solid right now.
God. Yeah, they are rich of pitching. You have Randy Johnson in the 3-hole in the staff. And then you have Barry Zito in the 4. And those two right there used to be aces of the respective teams.
For
the
both
A's and
former
the
Cy
Diamondbacks.
Young winners, if I'm not correct.
Exactly.
Yes.
You have Matt Cain, the 2-hole, and I believe you had Lincecum, NL Cy Young Award winner.
You seen this commercial on for EA Sports?
Yeah.
If you haven't seen it, Tim Lyncham, is that how you say it?
Lincecum.
Tim Lincecum has this hilarious commercial where it's him and a video game character. Anyway, enough about
It's a good game, by the way.
Enough about the Giants. How about the Diamondbacks and the Rockies? Let's talk about those two clubs for a little bit.
Strikeouts look to kill their lineup. Last year they led the NL in strikeouts, and they're pretty young, so it's not looking good for the Diamondbacks. And their pitching, they had 2 solid starters, but after that it's looking pretty bad for the Diamondbacks. I'd say 3rd place maybe.
And then fourth team, of course, the Colorado Rockies. They're going to have Troy Tulowitzki back.
Full season.
He had just an absolute monster year in 2007 as a rookie, and he got hurt last year, and that just kind of ruined his whole season. This year he's healthy. How about the Tulowitzki and the Rockies? Could they possibly make a push to challenge the Dodgers for the West?
I don't see them actually, unless they have another dream season like they did back in 07, I believe it was.
Yes, it was 07. Yes.
If they have another dream season like that, that's the only way I could see them coming back and rebounding. Other than that, they have Francis out for the year, and they just traded Matt Holliday, who was their best hitter. So I don't see them making any strong push towards the playoffs.
Well, we hope that 2009 will be a dream season for the Dodgers here. They're frontrunners for the National League West and for the National League. So that's enough right here now from the field. I'm Brandon Ortega. This is John Aviles joining me from Cal Poly Pomona. We'll be back with a little bit more from College Media Night here at Dodger